So it looks like it was designed. And this is going to be the largest room we're going to be in today, so you guys can move around, take pictures, because we're going to move around this room a little bit anyways throughout the time we're in here. It goes up about 30 feet, and there's a line there. That's actually a fault line. So millions of years ago, tectonic plates shifted, an earthquake occurred, and actually divided these two rocks here. Now we are sitting on 24 fault lines. All of them are inactive, but they will become active again at some point. But not where we're here today, guys, so don't worry about that. Right. I changed myself. Oh, long story short, if you guys see something shiny, I'm the only one who can get us out, so let me know. We can split that cut. But the way they escape is actually here in this room. So, I know we have bigger, we can rotate a little bit. So if you guys look over here, this is our main escape route. And they actually left the same day they came in. So you guys can imagine how mad that sheriff was. It goes out about a quarter of a mile back behind the gift shop. So it goes out quite a ways. And if you guys are wondering, no, he did not get reelected. Actually, Wells Fargo hired a different sheriff, and that sheriff could not find the money either. It's quite interesting. Now this room's called the drapery room because this formation of flowstone and dripstone looks like drapes or curtains. And if you guys look really closely, you might be able to see some sharp features in there. So those features are called helictites, and helictites are super cool because they defy gravity. So they can grow up, down, side to side. They can even grow back into themselves. Now scientists have a few theories on how they're formed, but each time they try to prove it, it actually gets disproven. So there's still some mystery left to our cave. Now this is called a column or pillar. It's formed with stalactite and stalagmite. And just to give you guys a little bit of an idea on how long it takes rocks to grow, for a half of an inch of stalactite to form, it takes 100 years. Yeah. For a stalactite to be a stalagmite, it takes 100,000 years. So a very long time. And if you guys can see it here, that was probably 30 minutes. Yeah, they kind of look like shark's teeth. Or alligator teeth. Yeah. Alright, my next group can come up. You guys can kind of rotate however works best for you. That looks like coral a little bit too. Or Venus flytrap. And it was used for explosives in the First World War. We upgraded a little bit since then. But that is mascara from it. Fun fact is it is still used for mascara from it. But he didn't purchase it for mining, he actually purchased it for conservation. So he put it into one of the first rules in place against the vandalism for this cave and the United States in general. He also started some of our first tours and we still continue to this day. Now the Great Depression did hit after that and Frank could not afford to keep the state. So he gave the rights back to the state and the state created what's called the CCC. Now the CCC was Civil Conservation Corps and they employed 100 young men between the ages of 18 and 24 that lived here for 6 months at a time, and they built the floors, the handrails, the stairs, and this lighting system. Now this lighting system was updated in the 1970s. We had fiberglass coatings to all of them and renamed them Slide Lights. We're very proud of that. But it was great because we went from 2,000 light bulbs down to 252. So you guys can imagine our bats probably appreciate it, and I do because as a newbie, I have to change all of them. So we are hiring if you guys want that torch. Now, as I said, the CCC was here for 6 months at a time, and part of their job was to map her eye, her nose, her warts, her tooth, her mouth, and she's eating a cookie. Now she is a good witch because her nose actually points to her entrance, which is also her exit. So if you need to find your way out, you just find a cave witch, follow her nose, and you'll be able to go down either this pathway or the way we came. They both loop to the exit we're going to go. And what is the witch's favorite animal? Cat. Cat. She brought Shad the cat with her. And actually, we found out Mr. Magoo's been behind her this entire time. So nose, mouth, and he's drinking a cup of coffee. Now, if you guys have been in caves before, you might notice how warm this cave is. A lot of caves are about 40 to 50 degrees. We are actually sun, and then the limestone, it acts like a cooler for 71 degrees. It does, doesn't it? There's all sorts of different formations here. Now, because we are 71 degrees all year round, when it's 115 outside, it's where it got very quiet after that happened. Okay, talk about it. What do you think it is? Powder? It is kind of powder. And whenever you guys are done, I'm going to have you guys move up just a little bit.
Perting dako ah. Dako. Lusot-lusot. Oh my God.
We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to have you guys came together. You guys can squeeze it here. If you guys look up, it's really pretty. Yeah. I like it in here. And actually, my two here, if you guys don't mind. Welcome to the movies and popcorn room. This is a fun one. Now this room is a great example on how our cave was formed. In a lot of caves, the water drips down, creating the cracks and crevices all around. Because of where we're located in the tectonic plates, the water actually rose up. Now when that water rose up, it contained sulfuric acids, and those acids ate away at the rock, creating everything around you guys, including that spine you just passed. Now the CCC only developed 2% of this cave. Those could be your floors, your handrails, your stairs, and your lights. They did not carve out any of these trails. That was already here. It was carved out by water. So the only thing they had to do was put the floors in, which is really cool. Now the water did hang out in one area for a long amount of time. We can actually still see where today. So if you guys look over here, that is a water line. And it hung out there for thousands of years. Now eventually the water did start to drain, and when that happened, the pressure from the drainage forced water out of the rock through tiny pinholes. It created a bubble, and that bubble solidified into cave popcorn. You guys will see all throughout this cave. Now at this time, we do like to remind everybody that this is not Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, so please don't lick the walls. Now we are also called the Movies and Popcorn Room because over 20 movies have been filmed here. Everything from Walt Disney to really bad horror movies from the 1970s. So of course we're going to talk about the really bad horror movies from the 1970s. My favorite is Night of the Lepus, and if you guys have not heard of it, it's about bloodthirsty bunny rabbits that terrorize an Arizona town. And if you've not figured out by now, it was very low budget. How low budget? Well, they couldn't afford to rent out part of Tucson, so they made a diagram of Tucson out of cardboard, put lettuce on it, and just let the rabbits have at it for 2 hours. And that's the whole movie. Now, we also tell the story of Sesame Street. An episode was filmed here, and you guys can actually still see it on Viewmaster. Big Bird and his friends come to this cave to find the lost treasure of cookies. When they get to this room, they run into our cave T-Rex. Eye, nose, mouth. Now, Big Bird, being the bird brain he is, thinks this is an actual T-Rex. He gets so scared that he runs right through the wall. Running the lost treasure of cookies on the other side. Now, as we move this way, you guys can peer at what's behind me. I know not everybody can see, but this is called the altar room. If you guys remember, I said the CCC employed 100 young men between the ages of 18 and 24. They were all unmarried, and after 6 months of living together, they got tired of it, and they said, we want to be married. So if they could convince a woman to come down the dark, creepy hallways and come up here, they would get married. It actually happened all the time. Now, we still have weddings up there to this day. We've had 24, and we have another one coming up next Friday, I think. Friday or Saturday. But we only can bring 7 people up there, which is why we can't bring large groups. But that's good for social distancing, or if you want to save money and not invite people, this is your excuse. All right, you guys just follow this way, right? And we're going to do the same thing. Whenever you guys are done, I'm going to have you move up. You guys can take your time, okay? It's a cool hat, isn't it? Yeah. I want that hat. Yeah. Even though it's dangerous. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that hat. That hat is the reason why OSHA's created. it for 25 cents. You'd be given a candle, matches, and a rope, so cloth and fire. If you're It does. Oh, I see that now. That's actually really cool. Alright, I'll have you guys keep coming this way. Now, as you guys come down, you can see pretty much everywhere how that sulfuric acid ate away at the rock, creating all sorts of different types of formations. So we have hematite over here. We have lots of cave popcorn back where you guys are. And if this looks familiar, this is more flowstone and dripstone. So after the water drained from our cave, there was no water flow throughout our cave for about 10 to 12,000 years. So this indicates it used to be